Welcome to City Roundup, brought to you by the City of Pensacola, with your host, Saida Rosa. City Roundup is your one-stop shop for everything having to do with the City of Pensacola. And now, Saida.
Good morning, and thanks for tuning in to City Roundup. I'm your host, Saida Rosa, with the City of Pensacola. We're getting close to the 90-day deadline for Mayor Grover Robinson's transition team to come up with their report. This week, there was one last meeting before the report is finalized and approved. This report will be used as a strategic plan to move the city forward. The final report will be approved at the meeting on March 4th at 8:30 a.m. in the City Council chamber. Make sure you're following the mayor on social media for important updates. All you have to do is search Pensacola Mayor on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's Pensacon weekend, and that means our airport is ready to welcome our special visitors coming to Pensacola. To tell us more about it, Vernon Stewart and Tanya Vaden host The Upside from the Pensacola Intergalactic Airport. Learn more right now.
Welcome to The Upside, brought to you by the City of Pensacola, with your hosts, Vernon Stewart and Tanya Vaden. Also, special reporter Allie Norton. The Upside is here to bring you news, views, and activities from right here in Pensacola. And now The Upside with Vernon and Tanya.
Hello, Pensacola. Welcome back to another episode of The Upside. I'm your host, Vernon Stewart.
And I'm Tanya Vaden, and we are at the Pensacola International Airport because we have so many good things going on here to tell you about.
So many good things. We'll start off with the big news of last week, and that is that we now have all the funding in place to move forward with Project Titan. Project Titan is the second phase of the expansion of the maintenance, repair, and overhaul campus here at the airport. We already have one hangar here where ST Engineering Aerospace is currently operating out of. The expansion will add an additional 3 hangars, an administrative building, and support facilities. The expansion is expected to bring in 1,300 jobs on top of the 300 now. This project costs $210 million. Florida Department of Transportation was the last piece of the funding. Mayor Grover Robinson said he is thankful for Governor Ron DeSantis, Secretary Kevin Thibault, and District Secretary Philip Gaynor, and all else involved. The mayor said he is excited for this transformational project to now move forward.
Well, speaking of the airport, we now have a new nonstop route to Southeast Florida thanks to Silver Airways. The airline celebrated its inaugural arrival from Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport on February 13th. Its first departure was the following day. Silver Airways will be offering introductory fares from $89 for a limited time. Visit silverairways.com to book your trip.
And Tanya, people should know that if they are planning on flying out of here anytime between now and February 24th, it's actually called Pensacola Intergalactic Airport.
That's right, and because Pensacon is coming up.
Yes, this is the airport's 5th year as a platinum sponsor of Pensacon. Airport guests will see Pensacola Intergalactic Airport logos and signage throughout the terminal featuring characters from all genres. We want to be a welcoming and engaging place for Pensacon guests and celebrities.
Plus, it's fun. And speaking of fun, February 19th, we will be hosting a ribbon cutting for the grand reopening of the Gull Point Resource Center. We made a bunch of improvements to the kitchen, the bathrooms, dance rooms, a lot of places. So now we want to show it off. Mayor Grover Robinson and Parks and Recreation Department invite the public to come to the ceremony starting at 3 p.m. Gull Point Resource Center is located at 7000 Spanish Trail.
Speaking of events, mark your calendar for February the 23rd because the mayor's next neighborhood cleanup is here. This one is for the citizens who live in the area of Summit Boulevard down to Bayou Tahar Bridge and Bayou Boulevard to Waterside east to Scenic Highway and Scenic Highway down to the water. Place out all your materials for collection curbside by 7 a.m. February the 23rd, but do not place it out before Wednesday, February 20th.
Before we go, everyone loves table tennis, and we want to tell you about how you can play even if you don't have access to a game table. The Pensacola Table Tennis Club meets at the Fricker Resource Center every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. The cost is only $1 for adults, and it's free for kids, so come show us what you've got.
Well, Pensacola, that is all we have for you in this edition of The Upside. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week.
This has been The Upside, brought to you by the City of Pensacola. Join us right here again next week for more of The Upside.
If you've ever wondered how we keep our city parks so clean, we're about to show you. Wanda Smith has only been with the City of Pensacola a year, and with her enthusiasm, we hope she'll stay around. We're introducing you to her on this week's City Spotlight.
I've been with the city for a year. I enjoy working for people in the community, and I like meeting a lot of different people. Hello. And I love just being around to help keep the community clean and safe. Hi, my name is Wanda Smith. I'm a maintenance 2 worker for the City of Pensacola. I ride around and I check all parts in the City of Pensacola. I check and pull trash. I pick trash up. When I come down here at Bayview Park, I always check and make sure all the trash cans are completely empty. You gotta pretty much just, check it and be careful, that all the bags are tight so they won't fall in. Just make sure that the parks are clean and looking presentable for the community. A lot of walking. A lot of walking. And I make sure the dog bags are full, pull them out so they can get to them. Make sure everything is straight, make sure it's clean, close it up and lock it up. But I have a park by my house, so I go over there and make sure it's clean over there, and I go over there and let my kids enjoy it and my grandbaby and everybody enjoy it. Well, I like working with city because I like to working with the group of guys I work with, and they motivate me and say, hey, Wanda, good job, so they keep me wanting to come back every day. They could just come Monday through Friday or Saturday or Sunday, whatever I got to work. That's my job, is to be here to make the community happy, make sure the residents are happy, and make sure City Hall and all the City of Pensacola is happy. I just love my job, and I just wanted to just be a part of the City of Pensacola.
For more episodes of The Upside and City Spotlight, visit our YouTube channel. We'll be right back after these messages.
Heat pumps don't pump much heat. In fact, heat from an efficient natural gas heater can be 30% warmer, and you can get up to an $800 rebate when you install one. Warming up to natural gas yet? Learn more at PensacolaEnergy.com.
Hey Hannah, what are you looking at?
Akeem, I think I need to have my garbage cart replaced and that pothole needs to be repaired.
So call the city.
I don't know. I mean, there's so many numbers, I don't even know where to start.
Hannah, it's simple. Just dial 311.
311? What's that?
It's your one number for access to all city services.
I don't know about that. I mean, wouldn't I have to call the sanitation department about the cart? And then the public works department about the pothole?
Hannah, not anymore. You simply dial 311 and you're connected to a knowledgeable representative who can handle your request or connect you to the appropriate department. It's that simple.
311, huh?
311.
Okay, so 311 can help me with my sanitation cart and potholes. Can it help me with anything else?
Absolutely. Street lights, flooding, sidewalks, code requests, traffic signals, the list goes on and on and on. You can reach them by dialing 311 or submitting your request on the city's user-friendly website. They even have a mobile app that you can enter your request on your smartphone.
Wow, I'm impressed.
So, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna call 311.
Thank you for calling Pensacola 311. How can I help you?
I have a pothole on my street and I also need a new garbage cart.
We can take care of that for you. I'll just need the location information and we will process both requests right away.
That's it?
That's it. You can also track the status of your request online as well. Is there anything else I can help you with?
That will be all. Thank you.
No, thank you for helping to keep our city beautiful.
Look, there's debris covering that storm drain. I better call 311 when I can catch my breath.
Why wait, there's a mobile app for that.
Welcome back, and now we turn to our green tip of the week. It's best to use reusable bags but if you have to use plastic bags, make sure you recycle them properly. After you're done with them, bring them to a local grocery store like Walmart, Publix, Winn-Dixie, or Target. Do not put them in your recycle bin. They can get stuck in sorting equipment. Would you like to work for the City of Pensacola or know someone who would? We're hiring. This week's featured job is for a Deputy Chief Financial Officer. The person who fills this position will be responsible for professional and administrative work, providing assistance to the Chief Financial Officer. To learn more about it and apply, visit PensacolaCityJobs.com. We'll be right back after this.
Natural gas homes are in demand. Here's what home builders have to say.
The natural gas cooking, as well as the fireplace and the atmosphere that you have on a really nice, well-designed lanai, you can entertain real well. It's very comfortable. People are real homey there, and we find the lanai to be a real design feature, along with having the natural gas to implement that.
Natural gas from Pensacola Energy, the clean, reliable, earth-friendly choice.
Some food for thought for your Friday. In this episode of Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, host John Scanlon from Pensacola Energy shows us how to use natural gas to make barbecue shrimp.
On this episode of Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites, we're doing barbecue shrimp. Stick around and find out how it's done.
Welcome to Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, brought to you by Pensacola Energy.
Welcome to Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites. I'm your host, John Scanlon, and I'm joined by a very special guest from Pensacola Energy, one of the marketing team, Jim Bootery. Jim, what are you cooking for us today?
Well, today, John, we're going to do barbecue shrimp. This is a very popular dish in South Louisiana, and actually comes from one of our friends, Chef John False from Lafitte's Landing Restaurant in Donaldsonville, Louisiana. So to get started, what we've done, we've melted 1 cup of butter, and what we're going to do, we're going to add this. We got some shallots here. Garlic, lots of garlic. Some green onion tops. And folks, you can find this recipe in the, Johnny?
The Fiesta Seafood Cookbook. Like I said, Jim's one of our marketing reps, and we're getting all these recipes from the Fiesta Seafood Cookbook. It's 25 years of recipes from the Fiesta Seafood Grill at the Pensacola Fiesta Seafood Festival. Make sure you check it out. This recipe comes from there. A lot of simple recipes, a lot of complex ones. And all sales of the cookbook go to the Escambia Utility Assistance Program, which helps the elderly and the disabled pay their bills in Escambia County.
Now we're going to let this all come together and cook for about 3 to 5 minutes until the bell peppers and the shallots become tender. Alrighty. Now that we've let our vegetables come and clear up and tender down, we're going to add the shrimp.
How much shrimp is that, Jim?
Roughly about about 2 dozen shrimp. You know. So we'll mix that in, let that cook up a little bit there. We're going to be adding in our thyme, basil, Worcestershire sauce. Oops, sorry. We'll mix that a little bit. While I do this, Johnny, would you have the honors to open up our bottle of beer here?
Absolutely. I don't think this is a twist off, Jim.
It's a beer, it's not, son.
Just 1 second, let me get on. All right, now we're back. We got the proper tool for the job.
All right. Thank you, Johnny.
You're welcome.
I'm going to pour that beer over the shrimp once the shrimp is cooked down a little bit. I'm going to turn up the heat just a little. We're going to run another 3 to 5 minutes here. Let this reduce down, let the water content cook out of the beer and thicken up a little before we do drop our last ingredients in here, which will be the butter. But at this point, we can just watch it, stir it occasionally, and let that shrimp cook up and let that sauce reduce. All right, we've been letting this cook for about 3 to 5 minutes, let the sauce in there reduce. Now we're going to add our last few ingredients. We're going to drop another stick of butter in there, and oh my God, everybody's going to say that's a lot of butter. That's what it calls for, guys. You're going to love this. All right. Let that melt down. A little salt and pepper to taste. I like using black and redfish seasoning. That just adds, it's got the salt, it's got the pepper, and a few other little seasonings. Let's add a little more kick to it. We're going to let those little pieces of butter
That looks fantastic.
melt. Man, can you smell that?
Yeah,
My
absolutely.
goodness. At this point, we're just going to kick it up a notch and just add a little bit of Crystal hot sauce from New Orleans.
And this is the barbecue shrimp recipe from the Fiesta Seafood Cookbook. 25 years of history from the Fiesta Seafood Grill at the Pensacola Seafood Festival.
All right, Johnny, I think we're coming to a close here. Let's get that on there. Try to do that as neat as we can.
Really quick, really simple. Looks fantastic. You don't have to, the chefs that prepared this and they made these recipes made them easy to follow. You can impress your friends, your families by making this. This is a simple dish and it looks incredible, Jim.
Well, thank you. Very easy to make. In fact, I think it's the easiest shrimp dish to make because guess what? You peel it when you eat it. You're not peeling it ahead of time.
They get to do the work, not you.
That's right. That's right. Make sure you buy fresh, heads-on shrimp. All righty. We're going to try to slide some of that juice up in there if we can. I'm catching that. We good? We're not making a mess on that other end over there. Oh, look at that.
A little rice, that's a gumbo.
All right. This along French bread. You peel your shrimp, you dip your fresh bread in there, and bon appetit.
So make sure you go online and check out our website, coastalcooking.com, with all these recipes. You can also give us a call at 436-5050 to purchase the Fiesta Seafood Cookbook with this recipe and many more in there. All proceeds from the sales goes to the Escambia Utility Assistance Program that helps the elderly and the disabled to pay their utility bills. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, check out other recipes that are going to be featured on Coastal Cooking Presents Quick Bites, and we'll see you next time.
This has been Coastal Cooking Quick Bites, brought to you by Pensacola Energy.
That's all we have for this episode of City Roundup. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you same place, same time next week.
This has been City Roundup with Saida Rosa. City Roundup is the City of Pensacola's one-stop shop for everything having to do with Pensacola. Join us again each Friday at 8 a.m. for more of City Roundup.